everyone, what is up? I'm Sarah.
I'm Tula, and welcome back to Spilling the Tea with
S&T.
Woo! Week 3, right?
Oh my god, week 3. And wow, this episode was actually crazy and had the deets and the juice and the tea.
Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yes, we've been waiting for this forever. And I don't even know where to start. We have
so many notes.
There's so many different things to talk about, so this is probably going to be a very interesting episode.
Yes, to say the least.
Yes. So let's start off, because this is where it started, was when Yosef wanted to talk to Claire during the cocktail party about the dodgeball incident. Well, not even dodgeball incident.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't even on the date, which I don't even know why he thinks that he could even have a say, because he didn't even do anything. He wasn't there, but he was very upset and distraught about how she made them strip on a dodgeball date.
Yeah, and okay, that's fine to be upset and stuff. Express your opinion, but we'll get into how he went about it. But let's just say that the way he went about it was very just inappropriate and
very immature, and abusive, I believe. Yeah. Very abusive.
It was bad.
So he went to talk to Claire and just attacked her for 20 minutes, apparently.
Literally.
We only saw a few minutes of it, but apparently she was I just sat and had listened to you tell me all of this and abused me for 20 minutes, and he wouldn't even let her talk. He was saying how the dodgeball thing was classless and unacceptable. And he wasn't even on the date. He was saying how she's immature and all these red flags. He put up 3. He said there was 3 red flags that he wanted to tell her.
Yeah.
And one was the group date upset him. Oh, the first group date. That's what it was.
Yeah.
The first group date, he got upset because she came and told the men that they wouldn't jump to talk to her, and that he for some reason he was upset about that. Why do I have to jump to talk to you?
Yeah. He tried to speak for everybody.
Yeah.
And everyone was pissed about that.
And then
he got heat for it from Claire.
Yeah. And then I agree though, why wouldn't you want to not with Yosef, why wouldn't you want to jump to have time with Claire? I thought that was a little weird anyway.
Yeah.
But then he was appalled by the strip dodgeball. He said it was humiliating and degrading. And then she goes, well, that's why you weren't on the date. Yeah, because
that was a burn.
Yeah, I was so happy she said that. And then how she is just not setting a right example.
Yeah.
And he was ashamed to be associated with her. He just kept grilling her. It was really I felt uncomfortable watching it.
Yeah, it was one after the other. It wasn't even a conversation at that point. He sat down and he said, I want to have a conversation, but he was literally just attacking her.
Attack.
When somebody doesn't let someone else talk, it's not a conversation at that point. It's just somebody yelling at the other person. So.
Yes, he was so out of control, in my opinion. He sounds like he's a very abusive person, and not just saying hitting, just mentally, emotionally, verbally. It's not okay. If he ever hears this, you need some therapy or something, because that was not okay.
And I'm sure he's watching the episode back right now and being oh shit, I messed up.
Yes, and he could have went about the convo in such a different way and so much better, instead of being so disrespectful and just attacking.
Yeah, for sure.
It was ridiculous. I think he needs to grow the fuck up and chill out.
Yeah,
he's saying that she's older and being immature, blah blah blah, but there has been other episodes where people have stripped down. They wore bikinis and it wasn't the first time this happened. So, and he wasn't a part of the date anyway, so it shouldn't have even bothered him so much. I feel he just doesn't like her, or just something really pissed him off, and he just wanted to attack. That's not just what was bothering him. Something else deep inside is
the whole thing. The whole thing with that situation that everybody was talking about, other podcasts that I've heard and whatever news, is that basically, Claire had the men stripped down. And then everybody is coming back and saying, well, if it was say, Peter's season, and Peter said to all the women, you guys have to strip down, everybody would have been like, that's, like, messed up, that's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So basically, that was the whole, like, argument or debate, like, would that have been okay with women, and how would the audience have reacted to that?
But they did do that with women, and it was on Juan Pablo's season.
Really?
Andy stripped down, and the other girl, I forgot who it was, the other girl stripped down.
Fully naked?
And, yeah, they were fully naked, and they had to put signs up, like, barely covering them.
Wow.
Saying, like, it was for an adoption, so, like, it was, like, for a, like, good reason, but, like...
What?
It was for, like, to adopt animals or whatever, and they put, like, adopt me with, like, the animals. Like, you have to look it up.
Oh,
but
my
I saw this on
gosh.
Twitter, and I said, oh, my God, I remember this. And the girls stripped down, like, so like I said, this has happened before.
Yeah, so it's happened before. Okay, I didn't know that. Wow.
It's happened before, and I think people need to, like, chill out.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of the guys were, like, into it. Like,
yeah,
nobody
they
was
seem
upset.
to not have a problem
and
with
if
it.
they didn't fully want to strip, they said it. They're like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. So
yeah, that is true. That's fair.
And I was right. Yosef was the one that said, I expect more from the oldest Bachelorette. So I am not surprised. He was totally...
He said it twice.
I know. He did say it twice. The first time I was like, oh my God. And then he said it again, and I was like, this boy needs to get smacked.
She was like,
he
get
needs
out.
a whoop-ass kicking. Like, I want to bend him over and, like, like, what is the old nuns? The old, yeah, La Chancla, and, like, the nuns ruler? Used to whip the people with the ruler. Like, he needs, like, I don't know. I don't think he was ever disciplined in his life or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was, like, so surprised how disrespectful he was. And it was almost like he just wanted to fight. Like,
he did, yeah.
That was it. It
wasn't a conversation.
Just leave. Go home. Like, what is your problem? Like, go home. No one wants to deal with you. No one really liked you anyway. And you never really wanted to try to connect with Clare. I feel like you just always wanted to fight with her.
Yeah, he really did. From day one, he was just, like, in the ring. Like, he was just, like, trying to get her in.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah. But then Clare, like, went back at him after he attempted to stop her from talking.
And he wouldn't even let her talk.
A good 5 minutes.
Why would, like, you talked and you said what you had to say. Let her speak, and then you won't even let her speak. I'm so happy that she, again, was like, I can't believe I'm saying this again, but I would never have you, like, never want to have children with you, never want to raise my children. Like, and I totally agree. Like, so whoever Yosef's daughter, like, wherever you are out there, I'm saying this, we don't even know how old she is. We don't know where she is, whatever her name is, but I am so sorry for you. I cannot imagine.
I hope she doesn't watch it.
I cannot imagine how embarrassed you are, one, and two, I hope he doesn't talk to you like that, because I'd be out. I would not be wanting to live in a household where I have someone talking to me like that. That's not right. I don't care who it is. Like, no one deserves to be talked to like that.
Yeah, and when Clare said that, he, like, came back at her and was like, well, you're not fit to be the mother to my daughter and stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, this just needs to end right now.
Agreed.
But
100%.
After, whenever Yosef was, like, kicked out, he left. The thing that kind of, like, annoyed me a little bit was that, yes, I understand that Clare was upset and she was hurt, but I just feel like, why let somebody that is, like, irrelevant and is just, like, bringing bad vibes to the table ruin your entire night? Like, I feel like that's just, like, giving them satisfaction.
Yeah.
And then it's just unfair to, like, the other men who are really, like, trying to make her feel better. And I bet you if she went on with that night, the men would have made her feel better about
she
herself.
got the satisfaction because all she wants is Dale.
Yeah.
That is it.
True.
It is, like, ridiculous at this point. Like, why are we even watching this? Because it's pointless. I feel bad for these men. And Dale came running to the rescue, was holding her, blah, blah. She got that satisfaction. Then she goes, you know what? Dale, I already sat with Dale. He held me. He talked to me. Like, I wish you guys, like, if you watch YouTube, you can see me right now. Like, the way, like,
it's honestly funny that she thinks that Dale is just this freaking amazing
god. She thinks he's like a god.
And, like, I'm sure he's, like, amazing and nice and whatever, but I don't know. I want to, like, later on in the episode, we'll get into how I feel like I'm forming a little bit of a different opinion on him. Like, He's kind of getting a little bit cocky.
Yes.
And the men
and couldn't
really
even form like
him.
a sentence when like they like confronted him about things. So that just tells you how like something is going on. Yeah. Like something's weird. Like
Dale plus Claire. Claire plus Dale.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Just leave with him already then. It's whatever.
I cannot believe she did that. She was like, she's acting like she's in elementary school.
I know.
Like in love, in like a crush on somebody for the first time ever.
I know. It's
like
actually.
What is happening?
I don't know. I'm not really happy. But anyway, back to that. So Yosef finally left. Yeah. Dale came to the rescue. Tool and I were like just talking about other podcasts and what they had to say. So I wanted to bring this up. Easy.
Okay, yeah.
So apparently Easy is a offender.
Yeah.
Tula.
So I was listening to Chatty Broads and Becca from the former season is on that. And they had brought up that Easy was like, had basically like victims reaching out to ABC and stuff, and like this is like a really serious matter, so like I'm not trying to make accusations or anything because like obviously I have no idea, like I don't know the full details.
We haven't seen the proof or anything.
It's just from what I heard, and apparently that's what's happening. So I feel like ABC is doing a very bad job about picking men and putting them on this season.
Agreed. 100%.
Looking at both Yosef and then hearing this about Easy, so it's like
who is picking the men this season. It is very scary, and I think this is like the weirdest season ever, and it's kind of like BS, and like I don't even want to watch it, but I do because like I just want to know what happens. Like they draw you in, but like you sit here and you're just like, this is awful. Like this is actually a terrible season. We're watching her just she just literally wants to be with Dale. Doesn't give any of the guys chances. She is being so over dramatic, but
oh my god,
we'll get into that a little bit more.
Yeah. But after this situation that we just talked about, they showed her friend that she came in and they had this little conversation, and when that conversation was happening, the only thing that went through my mind was like, wow, this friend of hers literally just made her want to end the show 10 times more than she already did, because she literally was just like, when I met my husband, I knew immediately.
You know. When you know.
Yeah, and Claire was like in her head, like, she's like, oh my god,
I know.
That's what happened.
I know.
It needs to end now. Like, I know. Her friend just like pushed her over the edge. It was like, oh my god. I was like really annoyed kind of by that. Yeah. I was like, okay, well, now we know that Claire is completely going to take her friend's advice and is going to end the show basically next week.
Yes. She pretty much spent the whole day with her friend, and she was supposed to go on a group date. Yeah. And totally forgot about it. And when she went to go see the guys, this poor guy's waiting all day for her just to go on this group date. She scratches it, tells him, oh, sorry, I decided that we're not going to do the daytime group date, and we'll just have like a little cocktail party together. And I was like, oh my god, imagine waiting all day, and then when you finally get to see her, she's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do a cocktail party.
That made me so
I was annoyed by that.
I was literally shaking my head at the TV because I was like, how do you disrespect people like that? Like,
she just doesn't care.
You literally spent the entire day with your friend, like Sarah said, and then just come back and are like, we're just gonna go right to the cocktail party. Like, sorry that I made you wait. Like, no heads up or anything, but like, yeah, it's canceled. I just thought that was so unfair.
Yeah, unfair, exactly. She just doesn't care about them. The only thing that she cares about is Dale.
Yeah, and this is where I feel like the entire show just starts like crumbling downhill with unfairness.
Yeah, she's very unfair, and I honestly don't think that she should have been picked as the Bachelorette. But moving on. Yeah. So she scratched the whole group day and had the cocktail party. And then she's like, oh, I just want to like spend time. She goes, I want to spend time with you guys. Like, I really want to get to know you. No. Instead, she spends an hour with Dale inside her, Presidente room. And these poor guys are sitting there waiting. They're like, where's Dale? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? Like, they said like an hour goes by. Yeah. An hour. And she was like, oh, I want to spend time with you guys. Like, bullshit. You just wanted to spend time with Dale, and that is it. And I felt, you made these guys wait all day. You cancel the day group date. Then you tell them, you just want to spend time with them and talk to them at a cocktail party. And instead, now, you are fooling around with Dale for an hour. What is wrong with you? You're not even giving anyone a chance at this point.
Yeah, no, that was really bad. That was just, like, nobody should do that, especially if, like, you're more of, like, a mature, like, woman. Like, you're, yes, an older bachelorette. Like, you've been through the process. Like, you should know how it feels when time isn't, like, split fairly and stuff. And it's just, like,
I know.
Everybody's noticing it, and, like,
everyone. But wait, can we, like, go back a few steps? Yeah. I just want to bring up how she stole Dale's pants after, was it the stripping or something?
Yeah, the strip dodgeball.
And they were literally smelling his pants. What?
She's like, I slept with it.
What? You stole his pants and were smelling them? Like, that's, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of weird. I was looking at the tweets and everyone kind of agreed, like, why are you smelling his pants and stealing his pants and sleeping with his pants?
She's obsessed with him.
Obsessed. But anyway, back to the group date. So she was with Dale for like an hour in the room, and then finally someone interrupted. Was it Easy? Easy finally came and was like, okay, I'm interrupting. Like, this is ridiculous. Thank God, because it was getting ridiculous. These poor guys have been waiting all day, and they still have not had time with Claire. She's being ridiculous. So now Dale comes back, and Riley talked about that honor code that they talked about. Oh, yeah. What did you feel about that?
I didn't even know that like, happened until they brought it up. I don't know if they spoke about it previously, but, like, I feel like that's so dumb. Like, why would you have an honor code on a dating show?
It doesn't make sense because you're there for a woman, so it's like best man wins. That's why I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, but, well, you've signed up for the Bachelorette, and, like, you're just fighting for this woman, so what honor code are you talking about? Like, that's like, a little weird.
Like, bro code? Like, there's no bro code on this show, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're making friends, I mean, at this point, they have no chance, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But it's, like, on previous episodes or previous seasons, I know, especially with the girls, if they became, like, really good friends, they had, like, a girl code or, like, bro code, sort of say, and they just wouldn't talk about, like, their dates with each other because they were
exactly. I agree with that. That's fine. Yeah, like, you don't want to hear that.
Exactly. Nobody's holding each other back, which this bro code kind of seemed to sound like. But, I mean, it didn't stop Dale because he interrupted again.
Yes, but before we get to that, so every time, so she Easy came into her room, and she pretty much was like, let's go outside. And she did that with several other men. She did not want anyone in her room but Dale. Yeah. And she honestly looked so bored talking to these guys. I felt so bad for them. I felt so, she looked so, like, just did not want to be there. Only Dale. Then Dale had the nerve to interrupt again.
Yeah, that was ballsy.
And when he came back, they're like, what the hell? And he's like, oh, I was lost. Bullshit. Again. Bullshit. He's lying. Obviously, he was not lost. He was looking for Claire. And he was, like, searching. And he said he was going to the bathroom. Riley's like, oh, I see the bathroom right there. There's no way that you were lost. And he just kept stumbling and didn't know what to say because he was caught. And he does it several times in the episode where he gets caught and doesn't know what to say. He just keeps, like, stumbling on his words.
Yeah, that was a little crazy, and I feel like Jay could vouch for what he did because Jay was the one that was interrupted by Dale. So it's not like he just went to the bathroom and then Claire was alone and he started talking to her. Like, he asked Jay to talk to her. Yes. I'm just like, I know. No, he actually asked Claire, and Claire was like, oh yeah, come in.
Oh my God, I know. When she was in the middle of talking with him, and then Dale comes in and goes, oh, sorry, can I interrupt? And she's like, yeah, come in. And then, like, looks at him and goes, bye. Like, almost like, I felt so bad for that guy. It's, like, embarrassing for them. Like, they're trying so hard, and she just doesn't give a shit about any of them, except for Dale. So it's like, okay, goodbye, like, leave. Like, no one, I don't even want to watch this anymore, because I'm just, like, mad, like, watching this. It just makes me angry, and, like, I don't want to see this anymore. I want someone else to be there, and, like, these poor guys, I just want to see them actually get a chance with someone. Yeah. And it's just so annoying. Again, and then, so Dale interrupts again, and then she gives the group date rose to Dale to make the matter worse.
Yeah, and before she even gave the rose out, she's like, oh yeah, I loved all the conversations I had with you guys tonight. And like, okay, yeah, she probably had more conversations than were shown on TV, but literally all the conversations we saw were maybe 5 seconds.
Yeah,
and they were basically
nothing important, nothing extraordinary.
They were just like basically like Claire moving the guys out of like an indoor place to an outside place to then walk somewhere to find Dale. Like, it was like, what?
If you feel so strongly about this guy, like, stop being the Bachelorette, go home with him.
Yeah.
This isn't fair anymore. This is just becoming, like, ridiculous. And it just gets worse from here. So,
yeah.
Let's get to Zach J's date with Claire. Zach J, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I couldn't believe what I watched.
Yeah. That was just like, I was like cringing in my seat watching that.
I couldn't believe it. I had no words. I just kept looking at Twilum. She just kept looking at me, and we were just like in shock about what happened.
Literally.
So they went to the spa, and she was like, I feel like weird energy. Like, I feel weird vibes. And she's like, but I'm going to keep going. She's like, I just can't stop thinking about Dale. I'm like, Jesus Christ, woman. Like, why are we even going on a date with this poor guy?
I'm going to respect the process.
And this guy, Zach J, like, seems like very sweet and genuine and, like, respectful and everything. Like, he seems like a great guy. Like, I hope he finds someone, you know, to love and, like, marry, whatever. He deserves someone great.
No, it's not Claire.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah. He does not deserve her.
But with the massage thing, before we get into the actual date, when they were like, when Sarah made a comment about it, they were like, oh, like, don't they have, like, massage, like, whatever chairs or something? And I was thinking, I was like, in that expensive-ass resort, they don't have a designated massage room.
No.
For somebody to go into, like...
They literally had, like, the $20, like, foot spa thing you buy at Walmart.
I was so confused. I was like, they literally basically moved 2 chairs and feet stuff into a conference room and pretended it was, like, a spa. But it's like, how does that resort not have a spa?
It made no sense. I just don't, this whole season makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, very weird. Back to the date.
So they're in the water, they're in the pool, her dog comes, it was really cute. She's trying to connect with him.
She's like, I'm respecting the process, even though I'm thinking about Dale.
Dale.
And I can't believe she's actually saying this.
I know.
I'm like, how are you saying this?
So why are you going on dates with people still? You need to leave. If that's what it is, you tell, I want Dale, and leave. Like, this is just ridiculous. This is not even fair to the men anymore. I'm sorry. If you know what you want, take it and go. That's end of story. But again, Zach J. So she leans in for a kiss, and he thinks, like, he opens his mouth, like, thinking, and, like, they just never quite touched. Yeah. And she's like, oh my God, like, you leaned back, and, like, starts getting, like, really weird and, like, blah, blah, blah. Me and Taylor were like, what? I was like, no, he did not lean back. We rewinded. Yeah. We watched it, like, 3 different times.
Yeah.
He didn't lean back, Claire. He did not lean back. And I bet you're watching this and you're like, wow, I look like a fucking idiot, because you are a fucking idiot on this part. I'm sorry. I'm very annoyed with her with this, because she made it seem like he was such a bad guy. And honestly, no, he didn't lean or anything. Like, yes, I think he should have leaned forward, like, but he never pushed away, like ew, like, I don't want to kiss you. He just thought you were coming in more. Like, he literally opened his lips, like, ready to, like, kiss you, and, like, you thought he leaned back, but he didn't. So, honey, go rewatch that 1,000 times, please, because you're absolutely wrong on that part. And you know what? Yeah, maybe he should have leaned in a little bit more. She did lean in a lot, but he never leaned back like, ew, I don't want to kiss you, so you're so wrong. And the way you acted like he was some bad guy, no. You're just over dramatic, honey. I'm sorry. I really, like, he seemed like such a nice, genuine guy. And yes, he kind of was like, oh no, hold on. Like, he realized he, like, kind of messed up and was like, oh my God, like, I'm so sorry, like, wait, where are you going? Like, you know, you're thinking the wrong way. Like, I wanted to kiss you, like, blah, blah. And she didn't like that he was, like, holding her, and he probably shouldn't have done that, because I probably would have been like, if I want to go, like, let me go. Yeah. So I understand that, but I think he just felt really embarrassed and was like, oh my God, no, like, I actually really wanted to kiss you.
Yeah.
So that was like, he wanted to try again, and she just like was not about it. And I just think that he didn't do anything so bad to be the way she made him seem like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that, Tulu? After I just ranted about it. Because I really, she made him seem like he was such a terrible person, and he really wasn't.
Yeah. No, I really just think that she overreacted, and it was just like miscommunication.
Yes.
Like he was saying, like mixed signals or whatever. I don't know. But like he was saying,
misunderstanding. Yeah.
Exactly. As he said literally in the interview after that whole scene played out, he was like, I just feel like maybe she thought that I was supposed to lean in more, and then she thought maybe I wasn't trying to kiss her, and I'm just like, yeah, but okay, that could happen, but the way she reacted was the bad part about it, because it could have just been like played off, like, okay, whatever, like just haha, like misunderstanding,
yeah, exactly,
going for the kiss again. But like she took it so personally.
Yes,
she was like so hurt by it, and I'm just like
bro, like just talk to him.
Yeah, like you like, didn't.
He didn't do anything so bad. She made it seem like he did something so bad. I was like, what is wrong with you?
And I just feel like at that moment, like she really was just like probably thinking about Dale and like didn't want to kiss him, and like made it such a big deal because she wants somebody else, so she needs to like play it off like, oh, you're such a bad guy, you did something wrong, so just so like she won't kiss him. And then she has the audacity to not even talk to him after about the situation and the miscommunication and everything. If she would have talked to him, like she would have got the understanding of like what happened, and he was like so genuine about it. And then she doesn't even have the balls to go and like sit and talk to him and send him home and like talk about what happened. She fucking sends Chris Harrison to tell him. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah. Are you kidding me? You didn't even try to give him a chance. Once again, doesn't give the guys a chance. Not at all. To talk about what happened. Just, go home. I don't want to watch this anymore. Yeah. No, she sent Chris Harrison to pick up her, like, dirty deed. Like, she just, like, was like, yeah, go tell him that he's going home. Like, that. Why don't you grow a fucking pair and actually, no respect, grow a pair, go sit down and actually talk to him about what happened, because it was obviously a miscommunication and misunderstanding. Yeah. And stop being such a little bitch baby. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. I'm gonna be blunt about it, because I feel like you are acting like a little childish and immature about it, sending Chris Harrison to do, like you said, dirty work. That was bad. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the date just, like, it just spiraled out of control so for no reason. I feel like. Ended in him going home. Like, it was, like, because of he did nothing wrong. Yeah, they just needed to talk about it. It was so miscommunicated, but she didn't care enough. She didn't give a shit. No, she didn't give a shit. She was just like, send him home. Yeah. Like, the more people that go home, the closer I am to just having Dale to myself. Basically, that's what it looks like. Yep, not giving the guys any chance. It's so frustrating. Yeah. But and then the next date was a group date, and it was called, like, Don't Take It Personally, and I thought that was so funny because the Bachelorette roast. Yeah. And I thought that was so funny because it was like, Claire, like, you're the only one that needs to stop taking things personally. So personally. Oh my gosh. Literally looking back on what just happened. Like, don't take things too personally, Claire. But I thought that was funny. And a lot of people were tweeting about that. They're like, you literally set this date up, but like you take everything so personally. Like, it's like, why are you doing this to yourself? So I thought that was like really funny because, and ironic, it's just, sweetie, you need to calm down. Like, you take everything, like, I don't even think it's to heart anymore, to your soul. Yeah, it really, it just keeps getting worse. And like, yeah, we all saw that the roast was basically based around Dale, and I just think it's so funny. Everyone roasted him. Yeah. It was so funny. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Go on. I just think it's really funny that, like, every conversation we watch on this show is about Dale. Like, she's only talking about Dale, and then the guys are only roasting Dale, and then they're talking about Dale afterwards. It's like, everything is just about Dale. It's like the Dale show.
It's literally the Dale show. Why are we calling it the Bachelorette anymore?
Yeah.
It's Claire and Dale. And it's just so funny. And when Bennett roasted Dale, he really got in. Like, he dug into roasting him. And a lot of the guys were saying, like, these weren't, like, a lot of them weren't, like, just jokes. Like, they had some truth to it. So that's why a lot of them, like, everyone was cracking up when they were, you know, roasting Dale, because everyone, like, knew exactly what everyone was talking about, especially Bennett. And I think my favorite part was when Bennett finished mic drop, because they're probably so frustrated. Like, this is just bullshit now. Why do I care? Because she doesn't care about us, so why should we care? Yeah. We'll just do whatever we want at this point. It's just crazy. Yeah. I don't blame them. Like, I thought it was so funny. But,
yeah, she was not having it.
She's like, why is everyone so hostile with Dale? I don't understand. What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Dale. If I hear another person say Dale, I'm gonna, like, run into a wall or hit my head against the wall. I'm going crazy. I don't know if it was Tyler C or Dylan Barber, whatever their names are. They were like, oh, if we played a drinking game with how many times the name Dale is said, we'd all be dead and passed out. And it's so true. It is so true.
That's actually really funny.
Because it's just like every other word is Dale.
Yeah. And if, like, back to the roast, if the roast was about anybody else, she would have been laughing. But just because it was about Dale,
her face expressions, oh my gosh.
How dare they talk about my fiance like
we have to get to that, because that was something else. That was something else. What? Like, her facial expressions every time they roasted Dale, like, she was so upset about it. And I was, like, kind of cracking up. I'm like, honey, like, you did this to yourself. Like, I don't know how else to put that. And the way Dale's acting, like, come on. I don't blame him for being like, you don't give me time, and all you think about and talk about is Dale, so let's just roast away.
Yeah.
But then they go to the cocktail date or whatever. First, I would like to say, what the hell with her highlighter dress? I wanted to take her and start highlighting notes with that dress. Like, wow.
That was really bright.
Wow, it was really bright. Holy crap. She has a very interesting taste in fashion. I just was, I just, right when I saw that, I'm like, I just want to use her as a highlighter. It was so bright. And I was like, wow. But anyway, so she's like, I want to get to the bottom of why everyone's roasting Dale.
Yeah. Literally, the main conversation, it's like, first of all, she keeps saying, like, I love talking to you guys. I love getting to know you guys. But literally, every single conversation that she's had with any of these men somehow gets turned around into Dale. And the men are noticing, because they're all coming back and, like, obviously talking about what they talked about. And everybody is literally just saying, Dale.
All she wanted to know was why they were saying those roasts about Dale, and any details about Dale that they would want to talk about, like, that happens in the house. And everyone's like, the only thing she wanted to talk to me about was Dale. And it's getting ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous. It's getting so out of hand. And I feel the guys are starting to click. It's starting to click in their heads. They're like, something's like, what's going on? Like, if she only wants Dale, then why are we here? And I agree with them. Honestly, I probably would have left already. I'm like, why am I wasting my time here? This is crazy.
And, like, when she was asking about Dale and why things were said, it wasn't like any other kind of, like, bachelor conversation that you would see.
Never.
Like, trying to find, like, just, like, details, you know, like, confrontation. It was like, oh, like, why? In a very, like, innocent, like, loving way. It wasn't like, oh, this could be bad, this could be a red flag, like, why would you say that?
Yeah. She only wanted to hear, like, good, and, like, she only wanted to hear what's going on with Dale in the house, and, like, why you're saying that. And usually normal conversations, it's like, you're trying to get to know the guys, nothing. Like, I don't know if it's just the producers showing that, or, like, if that's only what you would talk about, but I think it's just only what you talk about because that's what the guys were saying. Like, they probably don't even have the content of her trying to get to know the guys, because she just only would talk about Dale. It's, like, so not fair to them.
It really is.
I just can't, like, I'm, like, so surprised. And I can kind of understand the frustration of Yosef, even though he acted very crazy and was very abusive verbally and everything.
Yeah.
But I can see the frustration because she's starting, as the episode went on, I can understand why these guys are getting so frustrated with her, because I'm getting frustrated with her. And I think a lot of people are getting frustrated with her. This is like one of the worst seasons. I'm like, what is going on? This is awful to watch. This is not what The Bachelorette's usually about.
No, it's literally just her.
It's just her and Dale
fanning over somebody.
Yeah. I'm like, these poor guys. And she's making them seem like they're bad, except for Yosef.
Yeah.
And I don't like that because they didn't do anything wrong. If you just want this guy, then just take the guy and go home, and you don't waste people's time.
Yeah, and I thought it was funny when she talked to Ben after, like, the group date, the roast, and Ben was like, yeah, she only brought up the one line that I roasted Dale about and disregarded all of my other, like, 40 jokes.
Yes.
And I was like, that's hilarious. That's when you know she's literally just trying to find any way to talk about Dale. When a guy says Dale's name once, and that's the line that she picks up out of all the jokes he says.
It's ridiculous.
Like,
it's actually so sad.
That's really sad, yeah.
I mean, so when I was looking at Twitter, Rhea from Barstool, she tweeted, I understand the point is for Clare to fall in love with someone, but she hasn't given anyone else a chance since day one.
It's so true.
It's so spot on. She hasn't given anyone a chance. Like, at this point, you take the man that you want and you move on. It's not fair anymore. No one wants to watch this bullshit. It's literally stupid. You're going on dates and everyone's just like, great, she's just gonna be with Dale or talk about Dale, and like, it's just so out of hand now. And if you found who you want to be with, then go. Don't waste people's time. Don't. It's really frustrating. And I don't do you think that the producers created this, or do you really think that she was like, this is my guy, I'm done? Because you know how producers can twist it and they're like, okay, this season, like, you're going to find a guy right, like, quickly, and then halfway through you're going to be like, I'm leaving. Like, do you think they kind of, like, planted this, or?
I feel like, yeah, it's true, the producers do twist things, but I feel like it's only to a certain extent. Like, I feel like you can't make this up. Like, you can't rush somebody into finding love. Like, you know what I mean? That would just be horrible and fake, and from what we've seen, she's really not, like, a good actor to show, like, oh, like, I'm actually interested in this conversation.
Yeah, you're
right.
You're
can see on her
right.
face.
She's not.
And she is, like, really into Dale, so I feel like, yeah, the producers might be trying to make her look very, very Dale crazy, but I don't think they're actually, like, oh, like,
this is what you had to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny part about this whole thing, I feel like, is that we always hear her being like, oh my gosh, like, my fiance, like, I'm Dale crazy, but we have never once really seen an interview of him being like, I found my future wife.
Yes.
And I'm just like, that is crazy to me, because she is so sure. And, like, yes, he has expressed that he likes her and stuff, but not nearly to the extent that
she's like stir crazy,
which is
obsessed
scary
with him. She is like obsessed with him.
Yeah.
And the guys were saying how he just wants to be like the one roast. The guy was like, "Oh, when will Claire? What did they say? When will Claire realize
that Dale only wants presidency?"
And is it really here for her? And she was not happy. And he kind of just like smirked about it. He's just like, I feel like he really didn't like.
He was like, bring it on.
Yeah,
like,
he didn't really react as I thought he would. And she was like so upset about it. So that was like another sign. I'm like, oof, like.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? What's going on in his head? Because he just like, I feel like he's just there for fun sometimes. Like, I'm here to like have some. I'm here to make out with you. I'm here to just, you know, be famous. And that's what a lot of guys do when they go on. We talked about this last week. So I'm curious, like you said, like, what's going on in his mind?
Yeah.
What does he really want?
We don't know these deep conversations. Like, yeah, we see their interaction and it looks genuine, but like, we honestly have no idea. Like, he's never said anything about the future with her.
I know.
Ever. Which is so crazy to me. And like, also with like, Claire kind of being like very obsessed with Dale, she does, I feel like, have like a reputation of that, because she was on Winter Games with Benoit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
And she was literally obsessed with him from the beginning. Day one. Mm-hmm. She was, like, all over him, all this stuff. And then they, like, went a few weeks. And then he just, like, wasn't into it fully like she was. So it's, like, it's a pattern.
It's a pattern. She becomes obsessed with someone, and then it goes bleh.
Yeah, because the other person doesn't feel as strongly, which is...
Yes, I had people actually, shout out to Anne-Marie, my cousin. She was, like, texting me and was like, I wonder if it even will work out with Dale.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to even happen there, because it's just getting crazy.
It really
is. A lot of people think that she's a bitch. A lot of people think that she's bitchy and that, and as very dramatic. I think she's just over dramatic about everything. Like, like you said, she takes everything she takes everything to heart, takes everything personally. No, she takes everything to her soul. That's how to put that.
Yeah.
And I just want to go back to, I need to, like, talk about this, because we go back to that last date when Dale wasn't even there. And she doesn't give the rose to anyone. That's it. What? I don't remember that ever happening in Bachelor or Bachelorette history in a group setting. I haven't watched fully from the beginning. I've seen, like, clips and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I started pretty early on with the Bachelor and Bachelorette series. So I'm like, I don't think this ever happened. I could be wrong. You could, tell me. But
that was just disrespectful. Like the guys were saying, like, that was literally the worst case scenario, because it's like basically none of them were worth it.
She's not interested in any of them. And one of the guys was like, one of us should have gotten that. Like, what do you mean that no one is getting a rose? And then she's like, I'm giving this rose to me because I'm so amazing. Like, honey, get over yourself. You suck. You're probably one of the worst bachelorettes in the series.
Yeah, I was, like, joking around. I was like, watch. Like, she goes and gives it to Dale, and then she freaking gave it to herself. I was like, really?
Get over yourself. Like, you're really not that amazing. Like, I'm actually so disappointed in this season.
And the only reason why she didn't give the rose to anybody was because she was upset that they were roasting Dale, and she couldn't see past it.
That's when she walks away and goes, I can't give anyone that rose. I can't believe they were talking about my fiance like that.
Yeah.
She said Beyonce. What?
It's, like, boggling my freaking mind that she's even saying that. Because it's like, I can't help but think how all of these men are feeling right now watching this back and being like, wow, like, I should have left literally day one.
Yeah, 100%. I'm just so,
it's
like,
crazy
baffled right now, because I can't believe that she said that behind the scenes, and they caught her, and she probably doesn't even realize that they caught her saying that, because it was like from through the bushes, and the camera guy, I wonder who the camera guy was, because he's probably getting his ass roasted right now for that one.
She should be smarter though. Like, she knows she always has a mic on. Like, everyone's always listening. There's always somebody listening.
Always listening.
Like, Claire,
people walking around 24/7.
Like, you could have waited until you were, like, in your suite with no mic on by yourself to tell your friend that. I know. You didn't have to say that because you knew somebody was going to hear that.
And, first of all, how is he your fiance already? Did he propose?
Yeah.
You're acting a little nutty, because
she's over obsessed.
And I'm not going to call her crazy because I don't like that term, but she's acting obsessive and acting a little nutty, and he never, was there a secret proposal that we don't know about? I don't remember seeing Dale get on his knee and be like, be my wife. So this is getting weird. Yeah. She's getting a little weird, I think.
I feel like nothing ever ends well when, like, somebody is, like, too into somebody.
Yes.
And he knows it. Like,
Colton.
Oh my god, yeah. Good example. And he knows it too. Like, he literally said it in his speech where all the guys were repeating, like, oh, like, I'm best suited for Clare.
Best suited for her, yes.
Like,
and everyone's like, wait, what did you just say? And then they confront him and he couldn't even talk. He was just...
He knows he has her in the bag. Like, anything he does, says, nothing could ever be bad because it's him. And he knows. So it's like, this isn't good. This isn't going well.
Good. This is getting nutty.
It really is.
This is getting nutty. I think this is probably one of the worst Bachelorette seasons right now. So let's talk about Tasia. So all of a sudden, that like ends with they show like the previews of like everyone of her crying and like saying I'm sorry to everyone, like
you're walking
out apparently, and
I can't wait for that.
The guys are like, what? And Chris Harrison's like, this never happened before on this like series, and then all the guys are packing up. I'm like, I called this. I knew that this was gonna happen. Why would you want to stay if you're here for her? And they don't know what's gonna happen. They're all packing up, but some might stay once they figure out that Tasia, boom, pops out of the pool, ready to go.
I literally laughed at that entrance because first of all, it was such bad quality. Like, you have probably thousands of dollars in camera equipment, and that pop-up was so blurry and horrible. Like, I was like, you couldn't make her look a little bit better than that?
Yes. And also, they pretty much just confirmed, like, for real, that Claire's gonna be gone. Like, this is ending. Her season's ending, like, probably next week. Very soon, because Tasia, hello, pop up, out of nowhere. Everyone's just like, well, oh, hello, Tasia. Like, we all kind of knew. We all kind of knew.
Yeah.
But this was like the confirmation of like, goodbye, Claire. And I think everyone is ready to say goodbye.
Yeah.
This is just getting out of hand. Yeah, this is out of hand. It's just ridiculous. I know I said ridiculous probably 1,000 times. You can play a drinking game for this episode. The amount of times I said ridiculous because
and Dale,
because I just have no other words than that. I can't believe how this season started. I'm praying that when Tasia comes on, it's like a restart.
Yeah.
Like her coming out of the limo or whatever it is, and the guys meeting. Like, I'm praying that it's like that, like a normal thing. Like, I feel like after this year with coronavirus, I think people need not some crazy crap or whatever this season is. I don't even know what this is. BS. Yeah. Why don't you just give us a normal season? Like,
literally.
I didn't want to watch this. I feel like everyone just needed like normalcy with the way this year's been going, and then now like they pull this crap, and I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm disappointed, honestly, with this season.
Yeah, it just keeps getting worse and worse, and like I think it's so funny that every time Chris Harrison like pops up in the rose ceremony or like pops up to say bad news, like he just like swiftly moves in and is like, sorry guys, or yeah, Claire's not coming, we're going home. And I feel like he has to be like dying to laugh inside. Like, what?
I feel like he felt weird. I feel like he felt weird. He was like I'm sorry, like why am I here even saying goodbye to you? Like, it literally should have been Claire. He felt so, I feel like you can see it in his face. He felt so bad when he had to send Zach home. Did you see his face?
Because he had no idea why, probably. He was just like, Claire probably explained some side of the story of hers to him, and then Zach's telling him something completely different. So he's probably like, what? Like, confused? Mm-hmm. But, he does such a good job of just being so serious.
I know. Like, well, I mean, he's been doing this for how many years? He's been doing this for how many years? So, look, right now Jimmy Kimmel is showing the recap of what's coming up for the next, like, week or whatever it is.
Look at him. Love him.
But I'm praying that it's a more normal season and Tasia actually gives, if there any guys want to stay, who knows if any guys are going to stay or not, it gives them chances, because this is just, the guys are done too. Like, what did they say? They're gonna walk out. They're like, I'm not gonna stay. If all you want is Dale and all you talk about is Dale with us, why should we stay? What's the point? And I agree 100% with them. Yeah,
no, they're all catching on, and honestly, like, I love it. I am excited to see them walk out.
Me too. I can't wait. I want to see what she thinks and how she reacts.
Because it's not even hurting her at this point. It's like, she doesn't care.
No,
at least
she doesn't.
that's what it seems like. She doesn't care. She wants one person.
Exactly.
And it won't hurt her if anybody else walks out. It's like,
exactly,
okay.
Exactly, and they're just done. I don't blame them. She should be done too. Like, just leave already.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened with Dale, obviously, but and next week isn't even on Tuesday.
Oh,
next week is on Thursday, so that's because of the election. So that's gonna be that's honestly gonna be a crazy week. Yeah. They have the election, and then they have the crazy episode.
I know.
And hopefully ending Claire's season, because we're all done. We're tired of it. So we want to like hear any opinions on how you feel about this season with Clare and how you feel about Clare. You can DM us on our Instagram, Spill the Tea with S&T.
Yes.
You can send us a message through Anchor, right?
Yep. Voicemail. We're
still waiting for Apple, unfortunately. I haven't seen any updates on that, which stinks. Thanks, coronavirus.
But you can download and follow on Spotify.
Follow and like and
follow on
message.
Anchor, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, follow on Anchor, follow on Spotify, download, and message us, whatever. I just want to know what everyone thinks right now about this season, because I honestly don't like it. I'm over it. I
feel like everyone's having kind of the same opinion after this episode.
And not watching, after reading the tweets with everyone, everyone's just kind of done too. They're all just like, what is going on? Just go home with him already. This is crazy. This is not fair.
It's not even a guarantee that like he's actually going to want to leave with her either.
Yeah, like, it's not.
That's the scary part.
It's really not. I'm so baffled and like don't even know what to say anymore, because I just can't believe this season.
And from like the end previews that they did, she was like crying and like hugging some like older man. So like I don't know who it was, and she's like crying and all this stuff, and I want to know if she's crying because Dale left also.
Exactly, because he looked confused when Chris Harrison came in. I don't know if that's them changing different scenes and stuff and combining them, because they're very tricky and they do that.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if she even leaves with Dale. So let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Because I'm confused. I want to know what happens. Everyone wants to know what happens, and we have to wait. We have to wait like a week and like 2 days or something.
Yeah.
So that's a long time.
I know.
They keep changing the date on us. Stop doing that, ABC.
I know.
Switch it. You should have switched Dancing with the Stars to Tuesday night and kept Bachelor on Monday, because people rather watch The Bachelor, Bachelorette on Monday.
That's how it was before.
Yeah, that's how it was before.
Yeah, like, why did they switch? I don't even know.
I don't know. Everything's so wacky this year. I don't even know anymore. I just go along with it. What are you going to do?
Yeah. But, you know, every single episode, Claire is falling more and more in love. So
with Dale.
Yeah, with Dale. Only Dale. So obviously there can't be too much left, because at some point she's going to get down on one knee and propose to Dale.
And the guys want to leave at this point too. So what else is there even to show other than the ending of the season? Hopefully next week.
Coming in.
And Tasia coming in. I love it.
Picking up
some people I've had different opinions about Tasia, I've heard. But I liked her. I really did. And I'm very excited for her to come on. Because how old is she? In her late 20s, I think?
Late 20s. Maybe like 28 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
But, you know how in Paradise she was with like JPJ and stuff?
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people saying that Bennett would be a good fit for Tasia because he's kind of like a JPJ.
Goofy. He's goofy.
Yeah, he's like goofy and like smart at the same time, and like kind of has that look. So I was like, ooh, like what if they bring back Bennett or like keep Bennett or whatever?
Yeah. Bennett's like done with her too. He's just like Dale. Like I'm gonna roast him. Like I don't care.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Bennett's still there after what he said about.
I'm surprised
Dale,
that
her precious.
She didn't, cut him there like the way she's been cutting these boys out. Jeez Louise, Claire, my God.
Yeah.
No one has a chance.
Literally nobody but Dale. And if he wants the chance, like
if he wants it, that's the big question. Does he want it? Who knows?
Literally.
So that's a wrap, right? I think we really talked about everything and how we really felt about it all.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Again, message us, what you think about this whole season with Clare, how you feel about Clare, and everyone, and if you agree or disagree with anything, let us know. We want to talk about it.
Yep.
And
if you guys liked this podcast episode, don't forget to rate on Anchor, Spotify,
YouTube too.
Like it on YouTube.
Yeah,
leave us some comments, share, do it all.
We love this. Please keep listening. Whoever is listening, thank you so much. We appreciate it. I love looking and seeing that we had like 5 plays or 6 plays or whatever. Even if it's small, I don't care. I love it. So thank you guys for listening. We love you all.
Yes.
And
love you.
That's a wrap. We love you. And you. And you.
Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. And we promise to
spill the tea.
The whole tea.
And nothing but
the tea. See you and talk to you guys next week.
And happy Halloween. Hope you guys have a fun, safe weekend. Stay safe and wear a mask.
Yeah.
Especially to those, make sure if you're trick-or-treating or you're giving candy to them, wear a mask.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Very
happy
true.
weekend, happy Halloween, and we will see you next month. November.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And don't forget to vote.
Yes, vote. It's important.
Yes, yes. All right. Done with the politics. Goodbye. Love y'all. XOXO. And that's it.
Bye.
Bye.